So the other day I was just sitting in my bed petting my cat or whatever, whenever I got a YouTube notification. This notification was basically talking about this new KID thing from Gorilla Tag, and if you want me to be completely honest, I had no clue what that was at the time. So I went to my computer and I was doing a bunch of research, and I talked to a bunch of people about it. And after doing all of that, here's my basic understanding of what KID actually is. So KID is basically like Gorilla Tag's version of the Nintendo Switch parental controls. In a way, not kind of exactly, but you know what I mean.
Hey, Editor Camzzz here. I have no clue what I just said at all. Anyways,
it's this system thing where your parents can control how much stuff you can actually do on Gorilla Tag. So they can edit your permissions on whether you can talk in lobbies, how many like mod.io maps you can join, and just basic stuff like that. And something that I noticed whenever I was watching a bunch of videos about it is that there were a lot of videos that were going based off of speculation. We'll get into stuff like that later. And there wasn't enough just about the true base facts that we know about what KID is. So that's all this video is. I'm going to be basically going over only true facts of what I actually know to be true. Also, I've never really made like a drama video like this, if you can really even call this that. So if you kind of like this, let me know in the comments. But anyways, one of the first things that I wanted to point out is that a bunch of people worried that if you're not 18 plus, you can't talk in the game at all. And this I know to be not true at all, because even if you're under the age of 13, I believe your parents can still edit your permissions so you can talk in game still. And also, if you're over 13, you have nothing to worry about. This really shouldn't affect you if you're in the US. I also really wanted to go over this Discord message that my friend Florida Ball wrote because it tells a lot of truthful information. So you can see it over there, but I'm also just going to read it out loud. Oh, and by the way, up there, there's proof that he let me read this, so yeah. I have been seeing some misinformation on KID for Gorilla Tag, so he's going to clarify some things. So as of March 19th, the KID update is not an update, and it's a rollout that's going to be added to basically some people. So until this comes out fully, it's basically optional. So the reason that KID is really being added, and it's because of a bunch of laws. Such as all those ones over there. I don't know how to say that. But I've seen a lot of like misinformation about this verify thing that people have been talking about. So it depends on which country you live in for if you have to sign up for KID in a way. If you're in the US, I'm pretty sure it's 13 and under have to sign up for KID, I believe. It looks like UK is 18 and EU is 13 to 16 depending on your region. I'll put the thing over there. If you're above the age, basically none of this applies to you and you're perfectly fine. This shouldn't affect you at all. Another thing I wanted to talk about, and this is coming from me and the message, a lot of people worried about like Gorilla Tag stealing your data with like all this stuff that it's asking for. But it's also not asking for everything that they ask for, basically. So there is this section where you can input like your credit card, and all this is to verify that your parent is actually your parent. They're not trying to like rob a bank with your like info. For some more proof of this, if KID were to keep/sell the data, it would be a violation of COPPA and GDRP, which legally doesn't allow them to do that. One final thing that Florida Ball mentioned is KID using like AI to like promote or whatever, and a lot of companies do that. I'm not saying it's good, but that shouldn't be like the biggest issue that y'all are having right now. Florida Ball says if you have any questions, you can DM him on Discord, or also you can DM me. But yeah, thank you Florida Ball, and we're gonna move on to the next part. So one of the most popular videos that I could find about this KID topic is this video over here by Persona. Now, I have nothing against Persona, and I need y'all to know that. I need y'all to specifically know that me and Persona are chill, okay? Actually, in the beginning of this video, which I'll roll the clip right here, it says specifically that this is based off of speculation, and it is not based on fact. So the problem I'm having with this is a lot of people like took what he said and blew it out of proportion like an insane amount. And he's also talked about this, and we're going to talk to him later about it. But a lot of the stuff that he said was just based on speculation, and people just took that and ran with it, basically. But speaking of talking to him, let's go do that real quick. Alright, hey Persona, thank you for coming out, by the way. This actually means a lot. Alright, so, for my first question, I mentioned this earlier in the video, the viewers probably know. But, with your video that released that, like, blew up, it was based on speculation, right?
Yes, it was stated in both videos that it was my opinion and based on speculation.
Okay, and what really happened there? Because I know it like blew up.
Basically, it's because I was one of the first ones to get to it, to get to the topic.
Yeah.
And if no one really knew much about it, you'd be surprised the amount of people that still don't know what KID is.
So, I remember you were talking about like some people like took it and ran with it super far. What's like the most extreme thing that's happened with that?
I saw a lot of people saying that, basically KID, the owners are doxers and stuff, and they're gonna dox you, and someone even said I said that in my video, which that's a complete lie. I never even said anything close to that.
Yeah.
And basically, I also got, you'd be surprised, I got like 4 people messaging me saying their dad works at KID. And how the company's a scam. It's so funny, bro.
That's crazy. And for my last question, and once again, thank you for coming out. But for my last question, what do you currently think of KID, like, as a whole?
I personally think myself that the company itself, I really have no beef with them. Like, it's just, most games are just doing a verified email, but Gorilla Tag's adding all this extra options, which I think is necessarily just, it's not necessary in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I have really no beef with like KID as a company. It's just I was a bit skeptical at first because they kind of just popped out of nowhere. So.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. And I have one secret bonus question. I messed up my camera really bad. And for my last question, even though there's this giant pole in the way,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people were freaking out about the credit card thing, and I know some about it, but I was just gonna ask you, like, what do you think about that? Because if you have no clue about it, I can, like, tell you.
Oh no, I know about it. So, credit card is a optional thing to verify. It's just an extra verification step. And I saw a lot of people saying, "Wait, we have to pay to play Gorilla Tag now?" No, it only charges you a 50-cent fee, and it refunds it. It's just to check if the card is valid.
Oh, okay. Actually, you know way more than me.
Yes.
Alright, well, once again, thank you for coming out. And, yeah. My game is so laggy. By the way, everybody put W Persona in the chat. He was one of the nicest people I've ever talked to, genuinely. And he was just really chill about the whole interview thing. So, W Persona. And now there's, like, 2 parts left to this video, so if you're still here, hit that subscribe button. I'll wait. But in all seriousness, the next part of this video is I asked a bunch of YouTubers what their opinions on KID was, and here's what they said.
KID is safe. It deletes the stuff after the verification is done.
Guys, KID is safe. There's nothing to worry about.
I'm GGT, and the thing I like about the KID system is I do not have to hear minigames. It's 24/7.
Hello, Camzzz viewers. KID is completely safe. You guys should not worry at all.
KID is safe because, first of all, it's literally illegal for any company to go and just sell your information. Excuse me. KID isn't a strong community. We are.
To everyone watching, KID is safe and it's not trying to steal your information. Guys, come on now. KID is not that serious.
Guys, the new KID system isn't even that bad. It actually helps.
Hi, I'm Thinkiton, and I think KID is actually a good choice for Gorilla Tag. It helps parents limit what their kid is doing on Gorilla Tag, and helps keep Gorilla Tag more child-friendly. And plus, it's trusted by companies you might use every day, like Google and Discord. So everybody flipping out about it just doesn't understand that this is actually a good choice.
So, this is like my first drama video ever, and really, again, I don't really know if I can call this drama, it's basically not. But honestly, this is pretty fun to make, and if you want to see more content like this, going over a bunch of topics that are like genuine, like new, and like just only the facts, let me know. Oh yeah, and make sure that you... Did you notice that I got this new cosmetic? It's added to my fit, yo. It's the black umbrella. If you saw this part in the video, comment black umbrella and I'll pin your comment. Okay, bye!